everybody! Episode 4 of Inktober. Hello, my name is Pen. I am a freelance digital artist, and today we are drawing Ed and Al, and Cat, from Fullmetal Alchemist. Also, I'm finally almost not sick. I still have a sniffle, but it's slowly back to normal. So, a big thing that revolves around Fullmetal Alchemist is whether people like the first series or the second series. Having watched Brotherhood all the way through, I love it a lot. And I will admit, I was introduced to it by the first series. And I have no problem if someone likes the first series more. I have friends that like the first series more than Brotherhood. I have no problem with that. Don't worry. This is a safe place for you, Alchemist. So, let's go over it. Back in 2004, I would stay up late watching Adult Swim, watching anime like Cowboy Bebop, Wolf's Rain, Trigun, and Fullmetal Alchemist was one of those anime that caught my eye. It had a really good universe, the characters were really interesting, Ed and Al had a great dynamic, a tragedy, and their alchemy was such a cool power. It was basically magic, but it was grounded enough that you had to think it through. There was strategy and science. So I was really intrigued, but it was really hard to catch all the episodes because this was back before, well, we had VHS, and I think at some point we got DVR, but it was still really hard to catch all the episodes, and so eventually I fell out. But my sister was reading the manga, and when she saw the anime, she told me she didn't like it. And I was confused. I figured there was just some differences that she didn't care for, and so I shrugged. And cut to 2009, when Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood came out, my sister loved it, and was telling me, oh, this is amazing, this is the good one. And I was still confused. Around that time, I had just entered college, and my sister told me I really need to watch that anime because it was becoming her favorite. And so at some point, I decided, you know what? I did find that anime interesting way back when. Let's give it a try. And oh man, that was really good. It is, to this day, one of my favorite anime ever. It is just so good. Talk about good character development. And being so fleshed out. And the cool alchemy, the sins are amazing. Now, I won't go into spoilers, don't worry. But I just gotta say, they changed which characters are the sins in the first series and second series. And I did not find much logic in some of the sins from the first series. It was a cool concept that every time someone tried human transmutation, that a sin would be created. That's a cool idea, and I will still jump on that. That's really cool. But the naming of which sin was which did not make sense to me at all. And watching through all of Brotherhood, it just feels so cohesive. All the stuff they foreshadow at the beginning makes perfect sense later on. All the twists make sense. That's my favorite kind of twist in a show or story. When they reveal the twist, and you can see all the clues earlier that were leading up to it. That's my favorite thing. But aside from all the plot, the characters' designs themselves are really fun. There's so much variety throughout all the characters, not just their designs, but their personalities. And so many characters change as the series progresses. If they go through something, it affects who they are and they grow. And that's just really cool. I like that. And to balance out how seriously dark some parts can get, they have some really funny scenes. And they emote with really cartoon faces. That's what I'm trying to bring up here in this picture. I had a lot of fun doing Al's expression here. I'm not sure I like how I did his face, but this was ink, and I only have a day to do it. I also used a gray marker when I tried to color in the cat. I don't know if I should have done that, but oh well, I tried. And I also decided at the last minute to try and put in some blue lightning around Ed's hands for alchemy, which I should have left room for it because now it's kind of overlapping and it isn't quite what I wanted, but yeah. And I added some text at the bottom because I thought that quote was perfect. And I can easily hear this quote read by Vic Mignogna, if I'm saying his name right. There's just such a style around Fullmetal Alchemist that I love it either way, and I think I can bond with someone even if they prefer the first series. That's fine. I have no problems with that at all. If we love the characters, we love Fullmetal Alchemist, that's what matters. So, yeah. And that's it for this episode of Inktober. Thank you for watching. You can always check out my DeviantArt, my Twitter, my Instagram if you want to see all of my art. I also have a Patreon if you want to get daily posts, and my website, penmarkart.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.